What's going on, guys? Giving a quick update here on the couple of fixtures that have gone on across the last couple of days. We had the Manchester City 3-1 win against United. Kind of really dominated the game outside of the Rashford goal and a handful of chances. United looked really poor. They really couldn't get that last pass together in the final third. They were defensively shaky after the Johnny Evans injury, and none of their players really look good. It's a kind of the same of United this year. They've really got to get their shit together, to say the least. That's all I really have to say on them. There's a lot of work that needs to go on, and hopefully a new coach in the summer could change that, or the new ownership coming in with Sir Jim Radcliffe. And that's about it for United. I'll get into City and how they played a little later when I talk about the Copenhagen game that just finished today. We had Arsenal beat Sheffield United 6-0, total domination, 5 goals in the first half. Great goals from Havertz, Odegaard, Rice. Great play from Saka, even though he only played the first 45. Another dominant win for them. They're really going to, if they can really hold out and keep this form up, they have a huge chance at winning the title. But it's really going to come down to these games for City against Liverpool this Sunday, the game at the Etihad against Arsenal, and really how all of them play against Spurs, and how Liverpool and Arsenal play at Old Trafford. Moving on to the Champions League, Bayern Munich dominant win for Lazio. They needed a win here. Started out looking shaky. Were able to grab a good gritty, grimy goal for the first one by Kane. Great goal. Not a great goal, but great determination by them. Great will to grab that win when they really needed it, and they have looked poor over these last couple of games. They've dropped points in the league. They've kind of fumbled the Bundesliga one-horse race, and they broke their own leg on the way to the finish line. PSG, Sociedad, another good game. Mbappe, his 2 goals really destroyed it. The late goal by Sociedad really didn't mean much. More of a consolation goal, but shows why someone like Mbappe is going to Madrid, why he's considered the best player in the world, why PSG paid over 100 and whatever million, and what was it, like 150 or 180? Who knows? But PSG, outside of that, good young talent at PSG, but outside, it was really the Mbappe show. It felt like he really dominated every time he had the ball. He was a threat. That first goal, he broke the fucking net. I don't know what more to say to him than he's probably the best player in the world right now. Arguably, maybe KDB, or I think Rodri's a shout, but he hasn't been as influential this season. He's missed a couple big games. Missed the Arsenal game earlier in the season at the Emirates. Moving on to Madrid-Leipzig today. Tough game. Probably the best game I've seen out of the 5 that I'm going to talk about. Madrid go up 1-0. Look like they're really going to run away with this fixture. And then Leipzig grab a goal 2 minutes later. Great header by Orban, the captain. A lot of young talent at Leipzig. You see Xavi Simons. Luis Openda didn't look good, but he's someone I kind of have faith in. Sesko also really couldn't hit the net, but he looked good. And and I thought Haidara was someone that kind of went under the radar. Good, dominant DM. I think a bigger European club can really benefit from him. Leipzig fought really to the end. They just couldn't get that last touch, similar to United, but they played a lot better than United. Comparing them is a little disrespectful to how Leipzig played, but it's Madrid at the Bernabeu. You don't really expect to go out there and upset them unless you're unless you're fucking Ajax and Ten Hag. But outside of that, City, 2 dominant wins for them. They really controlled the United game, even though they did go down 1-0. The Copenhagen game really it didn't even really feel like there was anything on it. The second half was extremely boring, I thought. Um, they went with a stronger lineup, but they did let some of the youngsters play. They started Rico Lewis, Oscar Bob, two good academy talents that have come up. Holland got his goal. Alvarez, probably the best player of this game. No KDB, but Rodri does come back in. And they're the best team in the world, and you can't really take that away from them. They haven't looked amazing on recent form, but they get these results, and it's if they can really string things together for this last 10 games of the season in the Prem, 10, 11 games in the season in the Prem, and these last couple of fixtures in the Champions League, they could even go on to do another treble back-to-back. And what can you really say about it other than they're the best team in the world? They dominate. Even though they do give up their fair chances against United, and even Copenhagen got a goal against them, they never really looked in danger. So that's about it. That's everything that I have to say on the topic. But we have City Liverpool coming up this weekend. Prediction for that: thinking a 2-2 draw. Thinking Anfield is not a place that City goes and wins games, but this Liverpool team is also very weak. Injured Mo Salah coming back in the lineup. A lot of youngsters. No Trent. No Alisson. It's going to be hard. It's going to be a tough game. It's going to be a great game. So, yeah, I'll see you after that. I'll probably talk about the Arsenal-Brentford and Spurs-Villa too. Probably, I would think Arsenal gets it done. No riot, no problem. Ramsdale back into the lineup. Hope he does well. Hope he builds some of his value for England in the Euros over the summer. And probably going to be leaving Arsenal in the summer. So hopefully he finds a good home. And then Spurs-Villa. Spurs going to Villa, I believe. I'll double check. But, it's going to be another tough game. Both teams fighting for fourth. I'd like to say another draw, but I don't think they leave. I don't think they leave sharing the points. It really could go either way. I'd probably, looking at the injuries, looking at recent form, I would say I'll say Spurs, 3-2 win. They nick it out at the end. Coming from an Arsenal fan too, so don't know. Really depends if they can hold on. I feel like Villa's gonna come out and try and blitz them. Ollie Watkins is gonna try and put three past them, but if Spurs can hold out and they can play their game, which they play amazing, they could get a result here at Villa. We saw who is it that grabbed a 1-0 win, or I believe it was Newcastle grabbed the 1-0 win. But yeah, Villa they just squeaked out a 3-2 win against Luton last week, and they have Ajax. They got to travel to Ajax for the Conference League tomorrow. They can be beat. They can be beat at their home ground. They've been beat by Chelsea, Newcastle, and Manchester United there. So you never know. You really never know. But yeah, Spurs to win. I would say Liverpool City to draw. Arsenal to get the win. Outside of that, really not a whole lot of exciting games that I'm looking forward to. Yeah. A lot of lower Crystal Palace, Luton. I don't know how many people are really going to be looking at that, but United, Everton, United probably get it done. I would expect them to. Hopefully Bayern Munich can find their form too. They've just won this yesterday, but who knows in the league? They haven't been well in the Bundesliga this year, and it shows in the table. It shows in the results and the class of Bayer Leverkusen. They'll probably get another win this weekend, but yeah, that's about it for me. Adios.